Welcome. This is Knightline, and we're live. My name is Rick Fletcher, and I'm flying solo this evening because my partner, Jerry Middleton, you can't see his seat, but it's empty right now, and he's got athletic director duties or volleyball duties, or he's doing something. He might possibly make an appearance before the end of the show, but we'll see. But right now you got me. So we're excited to be here. This is Wednesday night. Normally we do this on Monday night. Last 2 weeks we've had volleyball. So here we are. We will return to our regular schedule next Monday at 7 o'clock. Jerry and I will be here, and we'll have Knightline Live, and hopefully we'll have entertaining guests and all kinds of information for all you guys. There is a lot going on. We have football, big ball games coming up, volleyball's in. We've had sectionals have started. Lauren Lacey has qualified for the regional for the girls golf team. She's going to be our guest. She'll be on in the second segment. So we're looking very forward to talking to Lauren and find out how that went down on Monday and going forward to the regionals in Anderson on Saturday. So we'll look very forward to talk to Lauren. Some of you might recognize Lauren from when she helped us a couple years ago, but we'll reintroduce her here coming up in a few minutes. Like to say, Jerry and I were at Levi Coffin Days, and it was a very successful event over the weekend. We helped them we were their MCs, Master of Ceremonies, kinda, and we did that. They have a booth there, and we ran that booth for them. We had a 50-50. It's a fundraiser for the things we do around here. Very successful. Saw a lot of you guys out there. Really appreciate you guys coming in and saying hello, and there were a lot of people there, so thanks for stopping by. And if you bought a 50-50 ticket, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again next year. All right, we're going to start out with football. A lot going on. We're right smack dab in the middle of the football season. The Knights are 5-0. They're undefeated. They're tied for number one in the TEC conference. I did see a poll today, and I don't put much stock in polls because we're early in the season, different talent levels for different schools, different conferences. But I did see an AP poll. They are rated number 8 right now. So it's going to be up to them to play well and keep that ranking up. Last week, Union City came to town in a Tri-Eastern Conference game, and we live streamed that. You can go to ihsaatv.org if you want to see that replay. What a game for Blake Waters and Logan White. Blake threw 7 touchdowns, and Logan White had a coming out party for the year. He is a very good receiver. He's fast. He's got speed. He's got good hands. And he scored 5 touchdowns on Friday night. So congratulations to those guys. They really did a great job. Again, the Knights are 5-0. They got a big game coming up. We'll talk about the Centerville game here in a minute. But before we do that, I do want to go. Normally, it's our custom. What we do is we talk to Wes Oler and the players of the game. Players of the game this week were Charles Schaefer. He is a sophomore, and a very exciting player who's only a freshman who plays mostly JV, but he has been able to see some varsity time. That's Trent Deloney, so we get to talk to them. Before we see those, I do want to tell everybody we have a new executive producer. She's here for the first time by herself, and we were scrambling around before we came on the air, and that's Kayla Kersey. And Kayla's been with us. She runs camera, and we're going to teach her the computer, and she's smarter than us. That's all I care about. So she's a sophomore here at the high school, and she's smart. She knows about computers. We're going to teach her all those things. So Kayla, welcome aboard. So, all right. So we had an opportunity to talk to Wes Oler, as is our custom after every ball game. And we also had our players of the game. Let's go look at those 2 videos right there. When we come back, we will go ahead and we're going to discuss what's upcoming. All right, we're back here at Northeastern High School, the Knights defeat the Union City Indians 67-14. This is the First Financial Bank coach's comment. First Financial Bank in Richmond. Go see Beth Beatty if you need a new mortgage or you want to redo an existing mortgage. First Financial Bank in Richmond. I'm here with Coach Wes Oler. Coach, we started fast, started strong, continued throughout the whole game. So talk about this game tonight.
Yeah, I thought it started with our defense tonight for sure. I know we were putting up points, but they were forcing turnovers and 3 and outs pretty much every possession in the first half. And we got some short fields. We stopped them on 4th down a couple times. And big tackle by Thaneberger on the fake punt that gave us good field position. And I thought they had a good defensive scheme to take away our run. It was tough to run the football, but I thought Blake answered the call, and he made some really good reads and some great throws. And we've got a good receiving core they're explosive and they're smart, and they kind of shined tonight. I thought especially Logan White had several touchdowns.
Well, that Waters to White was on tonight, the law firm of Waters and White. Boy, they were really on. Hey, Colton Creech, really. I mean, that he laid out for a pass. Talk about Colton and what he means to this team right here.
Yeah, as I saw that ball in the air, Colton kind of got. I thought he looked like he thought it was overthrown. Then all of a sudden he's diving. I mean, he makes plays like that in practice all the time, to the point where I wish he'd dial it down in practice a little bit. But he's just got a knack for catching the football in all situations, and that was a huge catch there. I mean, it looked to me like he laid out and just barely got his arms underneath it, and that set up a score. And Logan was kind of on the receiving end of the touchdowns. We found a little hole in the zone there a couple times, but I thought our protection was good. Blake had a pretty clean pocket all night, and this was a good tune-up game. But we know we have to run the football better going forward to win in close ball games.
All right. Well, we always say don't look ahead. Now let's look ahead. We got big game next week against it's Centerville. What else you gonna say here? Last time we heard they were up big, so this is probably 2 5-0 teams. Big game next week. What are our thoughts as we go into Centerville?
Yeah, they're a good team. I don't think we're going to surprise them like we did last year. They've had this one circled on the schedule, and they'll be ready for us. It's their homecoming, and they have a lot of guys back from a good football team last year. So we know it's going to be 2 evenly matched teams, in my opinion, and whoever makes the least amount of mistakes, whoever executes the best. But at some point, your playmakers have to make plays. So that's going to be kind of the X factor. But I know this week we've got some things to work on, in special teams a little bit, and especially, like I said, in our run game. And it's nothing better than high school football. Middle of the year starts getting colder, and a huge game, obviously with conference implications with both of us, 5-0 in the conference, I believe. So we'll make sure our kids are ready, because we know they'll be ready.
All right. Well, good luck going forward, Wes. We'll talk to you next week, whatever happens. So good luck to you guys. All right. This has been the First Financial Bank Coach's Comment with Coach Wes Oler. We're back here at Northeastern. The Knights just beat Union City here 67-14 in a Tri-Eastern Conference matchup here. And we're here with our Subway players of the game. Subway with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. There's a Subway sandwich shop near you. Subway, eat fresh. So I'm here with Charles Schaefer, a sophomore, right? Yes, and Trent Deloney, you're only a freshman, is that correct? So, Charles, since you're the veteran here, I'm going to start with you. So you guys came right out here in the first quarter, started the party going, and didn't let up. So talk about that.
Yes, we were ready coming out of the first half. Coach told us to stay on our game, and we just came out, performed like we used to.
Yeah, really, on offense, you guys, they were tough up the middle, but you guys were able to find some holes, and, you had your guys, able to get down the field. Talk about Blake Waters and Logan White. How about that combination?
It's definitely a good combination.
Yeah.
They can really make some plays.
They can light it up, can't they? All right, Trent, over here. I know there's a lot of kids around here. They want to get in on the action. So you're only a freshman, but you've been able to get in some action, and I think you probably got 5 touchdowns. You had a couple of picks tonight. Talk about how fun that might be for you as only a freshman.
It was really fun, actually. I enjoyed getting the interceptions on a varsity quarterback.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, where'd you get that speed, man? I mean, really, once you get in the open field, you let it go. So, is that what you want to do? Are you a runner, a passer, or you want to try to be a combination of both?
Try to be a combination of both. I just got to work on my passing a little bit.
All right. Well, you're only a freshman. You got a long way to go. Well, congratulations to both of you guys. You are our Subway players of the game. That was Charles Schaefer and Trent Deloney, a sophomore and a freshman, a couple of young guys. They are our Subway players of the game. So that's it here from Northeastern. Final score, Knights 67, Union City 14. All right, welcome back, and I want to thank Coach Wes Solar. He's always accommodating for us. Any game, win, lose, or draw, he's right there. And I want to thank the guys, Charles Schaefer and Trent Deloney. Thank them for coming on and sharing their thoughts with us. All right, you guys know there's no explanation needed for what's coming up on Friday night at Centerville High School. We need a big crowd there. You know Centerville's going to have a big crowd. It's their homecoming. So if you're a Knights fan and you're a member of Knights Nation, you got to be there. That's 2 5-0 teams, probably the 2 top teams in the conference at this point. It's going to go a long way toward deciding who wins the Tri-Eastern Conference. So show up at Centerville. That game's at 7 o'clock on Friday night at Centerville, and you guys be there. This is a big game. Last year, they came to our house, and we handled them quite easily. It was kind of surprising at that point because a couple years in a row, the Bulldogs were a good team, and we were a building team. But my guess is at this point, without ever having to see Centerville, you're going to see 2 evenly matched teams. They have a decent quarterback. They've got speed. They've got some talent on that team. They probably have over 50, maybe 55 players, kind of like we do. So you're going to find 2, I'm guessing 2 very evenly matched teams. It should be a great ball game. So show up, wear your colors, get up there to Centerville. This is a big game. The Knights want to stay undefeated, so they got to win this game right here to stay undefeated. So, and plus, need we say any more? It's Centerville, okay? A rivalry. They're across the county. So you guys show up and get there. This is going to be an exciting ball game. I think we're ready. I mean, we've got some talented players, and we've seen them play in the progression that they're making. We've got some, we figured out our running game, and I think maybe we figured out how to stop the run. So we'll see how that goes. So be there on Friday night, 7 o'clock at Centerville. It'll be a lot of fun. So go Knights. That's all I'm going to say right there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. There's sectionals, if you can believe it. We are winding down here. The seasons are going on. Sectionals for golf were on Monday for girls golf. And we had a regional qualifier. That's Lauren Lacey. Lauren's going to join us next, right after these commercials. You're watching Knightline, and we're live.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop Knocking on wood.
KOA Exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin, relax at one of the fire pits, or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
First! Welcome back to Knightline, and you guys can tell us how Kayla's doing. She's doing a fabulous job. This is her first time. If we're on, she's doing a great job. So we have a very special guest. This is Lauren Lacey. She's a junior, and she's on the girls' golf team. Lauren, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we appreciate you coming. I know you're awful busy. You told me your academic schedule and what you got going on there. So that's a monster in itself right there. Plus, you've been busy golf, right? Because you've been probably playing just about every day, right up into this time. So it's hard to believe here we are. Fall is right around the corner. Still officially, I think it's summer, but just a few days away from fall. And you guys had your sectionals on Monday. So, and you're a regional qualifier. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All right, let's set the stage. You know how I like to do this. I want to start with, what, as you went to the course, you could tee time was about 8 o'clock, is that right? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of early in the morning, but good thing you guys, because you're here at Northeastern, you're not far from the course. So there were some teams that had to travel a little ways, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so what was the weather like when you got there? Because I tell you, when I was in my car at 8 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't see in front of my face. So when you got to the course, what was it like?
It was so cold.
And it was chilly, right? It was chilly.
Yeah, and we got there super early. Like, I don't even think the sun was up.
Yeah,
oh
my goodness. And for a high school kid, that's rough, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And, like, the fog, we were at the driving range, and it's like we could barely see the ball. Like, we couldn't see the ball come down, like, where it dropped at. So that was interesting, trying to do that at the driving range, not really knowing, like, where it went.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Well, so when you're any tournament, when you go into a tournament, you go to the driving range to get warm up, or you might go to the putting green, or that type of thing. Was the sun up when you were at the driving range? Because what time did you get to the driving range on Monday?
I don't really know, like, a time. Probably.
It was early though, right?
Yeah, it was pretty early. Probably before 7.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
guessing.
All right. So you guys, it's almost dark, and you
Yeah.
guys are out getting loose, and not just you, but your teammates.
Mhm.
You know, because all your teammates were with you, so you guys are getting loose. What was the condition of the course? It was probably, was it wet or was it heavy? Tell me about the condition of the course.
It was really cold, obviously, and it was really wet because of the rain.
Yeah.
And like it was like sopping wet. Like it was kind of crazy. The one thing though that surprised me is the greens were so wet, but they were still fast.
Ah.
And that's normally not how it is. And so that was interesting. And also they had problems with skunks. Like they came and like tore up
So it was a
some of the
pest
fairways.
problem.
Yeah.
All right.
And so basically, like if you went in an area that had like this skunk like digging it up, then you got free relief from it.
All right. So there was a pest problem.
Yeah.
It was cold, so you had to prepare for that, right?
Mhm.
Because we've had some warm weather, but it just started cooling off, especially in the morning. So you had to prepare for that. But as your round wore on, what time did you tee off?
I teed off at 8:40.
All right. So sun was up.
It
I
was
don't-
still very cold.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see because the fog was still
Yeah.
probably pretty foggy. Did they make you tee off even though you couldn't see the ball, or?
Oh, you could definitely. By the time mine rolled around, you could definitely see it a lot better. I still had trouble seeing like where it landed,
Okay.
but besides that, it was fine.
All right. Okay. So as the round wore on, did it get warmer?
Yeah, it was like a flip of a switch. Like all of a sudden, really hot.
Yeah. Did you have to like take your sweatshirt off or
Yeah.
do that type of
I
thing?
don't know why, but I'm a type of person. I need my jacket off if I'm gonna swing, so I was constantly like putting it on, taking it off.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, and then like basically like it happened. So it got so hot, and then if you were in the shade, it was very cool.
Yeah.
So like it was constantly like a maneuver of like warm and cold, like just going back and forth.
All right. So I gotta ask, does that affect your game? You know, as you're trying to manipulate or trying to adjust to the temperatures and the wet and the skunks and all that stuff going on. Does that affect your game or how you approach the course?
Definitely, cause like for example, like I might hit a club this much, but if it gets on the green, it's probably gonna roll past the green. Like
Okay.
that's why you have to be considerate of like what is going on, weather conditions, because the air is cooler, so it's not going to go as far.
All right.
Also, if you get on the green and the green's super fast, like it might roll off, so you need to be short of the green, but not
Right.
too short to where it won't roll.
So for those of you who don't play golf, all right, golf's a game of, it's a lot of it's in your head. It's mental. Number one, if you hit a bad shot, you got to forget about it, right?
Yeah.
You can't carry it on to the next shot, or else you'll go into the woods twice, and that's not what you want to do. So you're constantly trying to, things are changing, weather's changing, conditions are changing. So you were at 8:40 tee time. Tell us what's the setup. There's 9 schools, is my understanding, correct?
Mhm.
So you're with players from other school in your group, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So some teams didn't have enough to qualify as a team. You need at least 4. We
Right.
take 5, so
Okay.
you cannot count 1.
Right.
And then, so they went off like separately from us. The people that had enough for a team score, it went off in groups of 3.
Okay.
Like all around, it went off in groups of 3.
Okay.
So like all the 1s would be together, all the 2s would be together.
Okay.
And like the 5s went first, so that 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s.
All right. So you were paired with girls from what schools?
Newcastle, and then it was supposed to be Hagerstown.
And you told me earlier on air, Hagerstown missed their alarm, and they weren't able, or they missed the memo
Yeah.
because the time change, which
Mhm.
kind of baffles me a little bit. But they changed the time from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So was it just you and the young lady from Newcastle?
Yeah.
All right. So you played in the twosome then.
Yeah, it goes a little bit faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Does it matter if you play with 2 or 3 or?
Honestly, it really just depends the people you're playing with.
Mhm.
Like if 2 girls are like more close than you and like one of them, then it's kind of like you feel a little left out. But besides that, like it's just you just play. Like it's not really anything.
Yeah. So golf's a my understanding with golf is you know a lot of your competitors, okay? Because you might see them at Highland in the summertime or in the summer, and you play a lot either with them or against them. Is there a camaraderie amongst the golfers? Now you want to beat them, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the goal? Is you want to beat them. So how do you manage the fact that you want to beat them, and you juxtapose that with, geez, I like this young lady right here, but you still want to beat her, okay? It's kind of like opposite effect there. So how do you stay focused to, play your game and try to shoot the best score that you can?
It's definitely, like, for me, I play better with people that are better than me.
Okay.
Like, I will snoop down to other people's level if they aren't as good.
I getcha.
So, I definitely, like, everyone I play with, I definitely like them. Those I like more than others because I played with them more often.
I see, yeah.
And so, of course, I want to beat them, but ultimately, you're playing the course.
Right.
You're not really playing them. Yeah, I want to beat them. Of course, I want to beat them.
Yeah, sure you do.
But also, if they do better than me, and I knew they had a really good round, I'm proud that they did it good.
All right. So, we talked a little bit about this off air. So you shot an 89. What do you typically shoot? Now this is elk, so different course, different score a lot of times, because courses play differently. So what would you consider, what was the winning score, the medalist? What did that person shoot in that tournament?
So there was 2 low medalists. So
Right.
they had a playoff for low medalists. They shot a 79.
Oh, wow.
So they did really good. I told one of them, I'm friends with both of them, and I told one of them, I'll just take lessons from you. No big deal.
All right, so let me ask you, you're 10 strokes above them. Golf's a game where after a round, you're looking at it, and there's your 10 strokes. You can point to them.
Yeah.
So what do you got to do to try to shave those strokes off, so maybe you're going to be in that top position?
You definitely have to, it helps. I don't really keep track of them. My dad does for
Okay,
me.
yeah.
Putts. I know one 9 I did better than the other with putts.
Yeah.
And that is definitely where I struggle with that, and chips. Also, just getting greens in regulation. That way, you have your automatic, 2-putt for par.
Right.
So that's mostly where it's at. Also, just not making a mistake as to, pulling it into the woods or pulling it into the lateral. Just stuff like that. You want to be straight. And also, there's, a hole where it dips down and you can't see that there's water. So it's nice to have, a knowledge of the course.
Right.
And what to expect.
Yeah. Had you played Elks Country Club before?
Oh, yeah.
So you were familiar with the course then. All right. So, you just hit the fairway, hit the green, 2-putt, and let's go on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
Simple, isn't it?
It's really not, though.
It sounds simple, but it's not. All right. Well, hey, that's why they call it competition, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't play anymore, because it's frustrating. All right, so Saturday, you don't have your tee time yet, so you don't know what time you're going off, but you did qualify as an individual. The 3 teams from here, who were the 3 teams from this sectional that qualified?
It was Richmond, Centerville, and Union County.
All right, so they're taking their whole teams, plus all the individuals that qualified from this sectional, and a bunch of sectionals come together for the regional. How many sectionals did you told me earlier, and I can't remember.
How many sectionals?
Yeah, come together. Is it 6 sectionals or 9 sectionals?
I don't really know. I have a feeling it'd probably be around 6.
Six sectionals.
Because it would be a lot of people if you had more than that.
Right. So, and the same thing's going to apply. They'll bring their top 3 plus individuals who qualify. Okay. So you're all going to go to Anderson. Do you know the name of the course? It is Edgewood. That's right, Edgewood. I believe that's where it was last year, if I remember correctly. Now, last year you guys went as a whole team, if I remember, right? Okay, so you're going as an individual, and they haven't told you your tee time yet. Are you going to get an opportunity? Have you played this course before? And are you going to get an opportunity to play the course before Saturday?
I have played it before. It's definitely nice to do a practice round, which I'm going on Friday to do a practice round.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of school for it.
Well, that's a good thing,
Yeah.
right? Hey, you didn't have to be in school. It's a short week for you school-wise, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a lot. Play some girls golf, and you get Monday and Friday, especially if you qualify, right?
Yeah.
So you'll get that opportunity. The weather's supposed to be nice, about 80 degrees, sun shining, so that's kind of what we're looking for here. Maybe it won't be 32 degrees on Saturday morning, and when you guys tee off. So you'll get an opportunity. And will your coach go out there with you? I know your dad helps you coach. Helps coach too. Will they be out there with you on Friday?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird because I have them all to myself now, so
Okay,
it's not like going around
to
everyone.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So you'll just play the course in a regular round. Will you pair up with somebody on Friday? Is that scheduled by the course or scheduled by who schedules that? Your coach or?
It's the course or the regional, who's ever over.
Okay.
It could be IHSAA, but I'm not completely sure.
Yeah. But you might be paired with another golfer from another school on the practice round who's doing the same thing you are.
Not really the practice round, more so the regional. It just
the regional,
depends. They might be on the course, I might see them, but maybe I won't interact with them. It just depends.
I get you. So as individuals, as an individual qualifier, they would have an opportunity to go to the course just like you do, okay? But they make their own arrangements, I'm assuming, to do that. All right. Well, Lauren, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we miss you here at the Knights Broadcasting Network. We had a lot of fun when you were doing it, so hey, maybe next. I don't know. I know you told me your schedule. You're busy. You got a lot going on. I don't know where we'd squeeze you in, but we enjoyed having you. Well, let me tell you, good luck. All right. Find those 10 strokes because probably the winning score is going to be in the 70s somewhere. Is this a tough course, or would you rate it tough, or?
It's difficult because I haven't been there in a year.
All right.
It is definitely, they're going to make it more difficult.
Right.
It's going to be probably harder pin placements and stuff, but you definitely have to take that into account when you're trying to make the green.
Yeah, when you get, let me ask you, when you do your practice round, will they have the pin placements there that will be there on Saturday?
It really just depends. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. They move. Or what they'll do is on some holes, they'll move the tee boxes up or they'll move them back. Most of the time it's back.
All right, okay.
So, and also that can definitely depend on certain, what they decide to do that day.
Well, I imagine if you qualify for the next round, it's probably going to be more difficult.
Yeah.
And, hey, good luck. Congratulations. Number one, congratulations for making the regional. That's an honor in itself. And we want to wish you the best, I mean, hit them straight and hit them far, okay? Go from tee box to fairway to green, no more than 2 putts. How's that?
That's good.
And you'll shoot a good score.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much for coming. That was Lauren Lacey. She's a girls golfer here at Northeastern, and she qualified for the regional. She'll be going on to Anderson at Edgewood Golf Course Saturday morning. She doesn't know her tee time yet, but we're going to wish her all the luck in the world. All right, we're going to go hear from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll talk a bunch of stuff, volleyball, tennis, whatever else is going on. This is Knightline, and you're live.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered.
Hey there, my name is Gibson and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities. And if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
Welcome back to Knightline. I want to thank Lauren Lacey for coming here. She did a great job, so we wish her the best of luck. Hey, let's talk about volleyball now. The volleyball team, they are 13-1 after a win last night against Franklin County. So they did they're on a nice little streak here. Last week was a good week for them. They started off slow. They went up to South Adams and had a rough game there, but they did have a couple games, one against Winchester and a ball game against Union County, which was an epic match. Union County's kind of been the team between them and Hagerstown in the Tri-Eastern Conference and in the sectional. Union County's been that team. And so therefore, whenever Union County comes to town, it's always a big game, no matter what they are. Uh-oh, I think we have something going on
Mr.
there.
Levy's my favorite teacher.
Did you hear that, Steve Luby? I don't know. Did we get Kayla? Did we get Lauren in there? Was she in there? Okay, so, well, that was Lauren Lacey again. We thank her for coming. She had to get that in there. And so we appreciate you, Lauren, for coming by.
Bye.
All right, back to volleyball. Back to volleyball. The Knights are 13-1. They are tied for the conference lead. Big games coming up. A lot of volleyball coming up. But go back to that Union County game. If you have not had a chance to see that game, go on the IHSAA TV.org, search Northeastern, and you can watch the replay. It was an epic match. We fell down 2-0. Those sets were close. They were both 2 points. The ladies could have quit right there, but they battled back. Won sets 3 and 4, and won the fifth set. It was 14-13, and we have the video clip of that last point. We're going to go to that here. So let's watch the ending of that game against Union County.
I'm voting.
It's short. That's up
short.
by Townsend. That's going to be
a back row.
Here we go.
There it is. There's opportunity.
Yes! Emanuele with a kill!
Unbelievable!
Emanuele!
Oh my goodness
And the
gracious!
Knights come all the way back, and win the match.
Oh my
Holy cow!
Well, Rick, I'll tell you what, this is as crazy as it gets right now.
So you guys saw it. That was Emma Neely with a boom, baby. She put that match away with a huge hit from the outside I'll tell you what, Emma was on fire that night. She was one of our players of the game. We're going to go to that video here in a couple minutes here. But I tell you, Emma she had over 30 kills. I think we counted maybe 33 or 34 kills in that match. And she was absolutely on fire. A lot of girls played well. The team's playing well. I think going into sectionals, and really the sectional draw is a week from Sunday, so sectionals aren't that far away. They'll be at Hagerstown this year. They've got a lot of matches coming up. So a lot of teams, what you'll find is they'll play a lot of matches early. With us, it's probably opposite. We play a lot of matches late in the season heading into sectional. I don't know which philosophy is better. It just is what it is. But a lot of matches coming up. So the Lady Knights will be at Centerville tomorrow night. We will have that broadcast on the Knights Broadcasting Network. We have the athletic director has given us permission to be there. So we're going to be there. It's going to be myself and Linda Johnson on the call. So we'll have that right there. And they've got a nice tournament coming up in Eastern Hancock on Saturday, so they'll be there. They'll play some good teams. You got Frankfurt's going to be there. Heritage Christian will be there. Daleville, typically some very good teams. They'll all be in that tournament on Saturday, so it'll be a real challenge for the Knights. Then next week we'll be back on air on Monday night, but I believe the Lady Knights travel to Tri-Village, so they'll go cross state lines, go over to Tri-Village. Then they've got a couple of conference matches coming up. But tomorrow night, Centerville's 3-0 in the conference. Their overall record isn't very good, but they are a conference foe, so this is going to be a big match. So be there, be at Centerville. It is Centerville week, by the way. You got the girls volleyball playing on Thursday and Friday night. We already talked about football. So we're going to have our fill of Centerville before this week is over, hopefully with some success. But if you're a member of Knights Nation, we could use a huge cheer block tomorrow night at Centerville High School. JV starts at 6 and the varsity follows. So what we try to do is we do our players of the game. We had a couple of matches this week plus the Union County game. So we're going to bring all of our players of the game to all three of those matches. So let's go to those. After that, we're going to hear from our goal level sponsors. And when that's done, we'll come back and I'll wrap it up here. So this is Knightline, and we're live.
So I've got Emma Neely and Addie Mastriano. Emma, going to talk to you first because you took the microphone,
Yep.
so we're going to talk to you. 34 kills, including the last boom, baby.
I know.
Really, we got down 2 sets to nothing
Yes.
in back and forth sets. Could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But we didn't quit.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this team.
Talk about the character of your teammates and you guys in this match right here.
I'm so proud of us tonight. We all contributed, no matter if that's a serve, a pass, everything. We all came out after a hard lose on Monday. We were ready to play. We know we have targets on our back after beating them in sectionals last year, so we were ready to play tonight. We came out those first 2 sets a little rough, they're a good team, so we came out a little shaky.
They are a good team.
Yeah, they are. But then the next 3 sets, we just grinded through. We wanted it more than them, so that's what it takes.
You guys didn't quit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no quit with the pressure and the tensity. It was tense out
Yes.
there, obviously. But you know what? You guys came up big. Hopefully this will propel us down
Yes.
the road here. All right, let's get Addie in here.
Here's Addie.
Yeah, switch over here. All right, so this is Addie Mastriano. This is Moss. Addie, I'm going to tell you, Jerry and I were talking about this all night. This is the best match we've seen you play all year. Tell us what was going on out there.
This week, last week, we've really been working on blocks and just making an approach ready for a kill all the time. Just being prepared all the time really helps us no matter what, whether we're passing or even if I don't even go up for a kill, even if I'm pulling the block all day, it'll work out.
All right, I love your verbiage. You sound like a volleyball player. We love it over here. All right, so I got to ask you, winning a tough match like this, can this propel you going forward?
Oh.
We got a lot more volleyball to play.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I feel like this will bring us together as a team so much. Like, I feel like we've grown closer just cheering for each other, supporting each other, whether it's the bench or we're on the court. Like, anyone, any spot, we're there.
All right, Subway players of the night are Grace Stockton and Lily Knoll. Grace, we want to talk to you first. Jerry and I talk a lot about you as the consummate teammate. Whether you're in the game, you know your role, you do it to the best of your ability, you're very active on the bench. So talk about your role on this team and how you've contributed to this 12-1 start.
I feel like no matter what's happening, we always have to cheer for each other, and I think that when we pick each other up, even on the bench, it helps. So, like, always saying positive things, or always just when we come in the huddle, let them know what we see on the sidelines, because sometimes they can't see it. So just always being a good teammate has been something I try to always do.
Yeah, you gotta stay ready to play. You never know when someone's gonna go down. Okay, that could happen at any point in time. So how do you stay ready? Is it mentally you stay in the game, or how's that work?
I just always try to pay attention to the games. I don't really do side conversations. And I also just kind of zone in on Lily or Emma on the outside, kind of just picking up on what they're doing or things that they're maybe not doing, like tips or something.
Right.
In spots. So I just always try to pay attention to those things.
You're like another bench coach, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's you and Lily's trade place here. Thank you, Grace. Appreciate it. All right, Lily Null. She's one of our killing machines. I don't know. I think he had 16 or 17 kills tonight. Talk about this game coming off that emotional 5-set victory over Union County. That took a lot out of us, I think, here. But coming into this game, was there a hangover from the last match, or tell us what was going on out there?
Just staying focused. Just staying focused on the game. Not getting that game last week caught up in our heads, and focusing on the next ball mentality. Just not getting all caught up in that moment, in the Union County moment, because we have so many big games coming up.
Oh, you actually do. You got a busy week. I mean,
Right.
You're playing tomorrow night. You got Centerville on Thursday. By the way, we will be broadcasting that game from Centerville High School as an away game, so we will be there. Then I think you got a tournament this weekend, so you guys going to be, by Saturday afternoon, I guess you'll all be ready for a nap. But is that how you want to play a lot at this time of year, or tell me how that works out?
Well, we don't play as much at the beginning of the year compared to our other opponents. Most of our games are pushed back into late September, but I think it kind of gives us an edge going into sectional because we're playing a lot of games together, getting more reps together, just overall getting better and bonded as a team going into sectional really helps us.
All right, congratulations. Fresh. All right, so I'm here with two Subway players of the game. I've got Emma Bledsoe-Ryan and Addie Kircha. All right, Emma, I want to talk to you. You're a freshman, get some valuable time on the varsity floor. What's it feel like when you're out there on the varsity? Because you are a full-time JV player, but you got some valuable experience tonight. So how do you do that? So tell us about that.
It feels awesome because then I feel like I'm actually contributing to the seniors and helping them with their last year here, and it just feels really good.
Yeah, well, I honestly, Jerry and I talk a lot about you younger guys, younger kids, and, you're the future. So next year and beyond, so this is going to do well for you as you go to the future. Okay, talk about JV a little bit. You guys are up and down. Yeah. So when you go out and you play a JV contest, what's your goal as you get out there?
Our goal is just to do better than what we did before, like the game before, and we got to talk more, and we really push covering and talking and just not letting the ball hit the floor without effort.
All right, so you've never done this before, have you?
No.
You have done a fantastic job. All right, so let's trade out with Addie. Now, Addie's a seasoned veteran, okay? So this is Addie Kircher, one of our Subway players of the game. Addie, when I went back and saw you come out with that libero shirt on, I think there's the future right there, Addie. So you looked right at home out there at that libero spot. Talk about that.
Honestly, coming into this year, I wasn't really looking at the libero spot.
Right.
And then he really pushed it, and I was like, well, it might be something I like.
Yeah.
So over time, I've just been practicing, and it just feels natural now.
Well, you're athletic, and you got you're fast out there, and you're a quick learner. Really, I see that. I mean, I'm not a coach. I don't know anything about volleyball. I have no inside information, but I think that libero spot's kind of a natural spot for you. As Of course, we all know you in basketball, okay? So that's down the road, hopefully a long way down, so we have a deep run in the playoffs. So you got a lot of time tonight. You got some experience. Talk about the experience you're gaining in volleyball here tonight.
Honestly, I'm really just learning, and the girls are really helping me, like, step out of my comfort zone and stuff, because most of the time I've just really walked onto a team.
Yeah.
But this year, like, I have to get to know everybody. I have to open up, and
Yeah.
they're just teaching me, like, really good teamwork, like,
Well,
skills.
you're making a lot of progress. It's a lot of fun to watch. Okay, all right. That's Addie Kircher and Emma Bledsoe Ryan. They are our Subway players of the game. Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle. Maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scaretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scaretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scaretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
All right, we're back here at Northeastern High School. We're going to wrap up tonight's show. Like I said, a lot going on with volleyball. We'll be at Centerville tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting that game, so we'll look forward to that. Tennis is winding down. Their season is winding down as we speak. They are 9-3 overall, 6-1 in the TEC. They have their TEC Championship will be this weekend and Monday. That's a 2-day event. I believe that's at Hagerstown. So if you get an opportunity, go out there and see that. That's this Saturday. They usually start in the morning, and that championship matches are usually on Monday. So hopefully we'll have some teams that will be in in that championship Monday. So good luck to these guys. Cheer team, the cheerleaders, they're competing. They're gearing up. November 4th is their championship at Newcastle. They finished number 1 again at Tri-West, so congratulations to them. Going back to tennis, excuse me, their sectionals are next week. Okay, so they'll be on, I believe they start the 27th. Their sectionals at Richmond High School. Cross country, they've got an invite at Connorsville this weekend, and TEC championships, I believe they're at Centerville, will be the following weekend or in 2 weeks actually, and their sectionals are mid-October. That's at Connorsville, so they get an opportunity to run that course this weekend. And if you get a chance, go out and see your favorite teams and cheer on the Knights. So that's going to do it for Knightline. I want to thank Lauren Lacey. Tell Kayla if you see her in school tomorrow, if you're watching this and you're in school, tell her she did a great job. And you know what? It's been a great night. This has been Knightline. We'll see you on Monday.